There are 5 main things to consider before finally deciding on which particular supplier to purchase from. And the first thing I'm going to talk of is the star rating. Always look out for the best star rating of that supplier. It's supposed to be at least a 4.0 upwards star rating. Okay, don't be buying from customers with less than 3.5 star rating. That is the first thing that you need to consider before finally deciding on which particular supplier to purchase from. The second thing has to do with the reviews. Go through the reviews of that particular supplier. Okay, when you go to the page, kindly read through all the reviews. If you see any bad comments about that particular product, kindly look out for a different supplier, because there are several suppliers on that platform. Okay, whichever platform you are buying from, like 1688, like Pinduoduo, like the EU market, Alibaba, there are several suppliers with the same product. So you can just check out all the other suppliers and see the reviews that people are writing. Just go through them. Don't go in for bad reviews.
Wow.
The third thing I'm going to talk about, which is very, very important, is the return rates, especially on 1688. When you are buying on that site, make sure you check out for the return rates. Okay, at times it's 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, and upwards. Okay, the return rate simply means people repurchasing the product. For instance, when you buy a product from a particular store and you don't get out the best that you want, there's no way that you go back to buy that same product from that same supplier. Okay, so what this means is that people that goes into repurchase, one way or the other, they love the products, they enjoy the quality, they love how the product was. Okay, that is why they went back to repurchase. So the return rate is very, very important. Okay, some might be 20%, 30%, which is cool, because as far as someone goes back to repurchase, that means that product is indeed a good product and is even worth buying. On Pinduoduo, you see returning customers. On 1688, you see return rates. So that is something that you have to check. The fourth one is to check the date of establishment. Kindly check out for the number of years the supplier, that particular supplier, has been on that site. This is very, very important. It is always not advisable to buy from suppliers who are just a year old. Okay, it is always not recommended to do so. At least you should be buying from suppliers who have been on the site for at least 3 years and above. Okay, this is my policy. Although there have been some numerous times that I've bought from suppliers who are just a year old. But to be on a more safer side, don't buy from suppliers who are just a year old. It should be at least 3 years and above. And the reason why we say this is because for you to be on that site for a very long time, annually there's a subscription or a membership fee that they pay for them to always be on that site. You see, and if you are a fraudster, one way or the other, something, or there might be a bad report about you, which will cause your exit from the site. So buying from a supplier who is just a year old, you do that at your own risk. I'm not saying it is always not good to buy from them, but it is highly recommended. Okay, if you're a startup, if you are a new person coming into importation, go in for a supplier who has been on the site for at least 3 years. Now, lastly, what I'll talk about is always trust your gut. Okay, when you realize that the response of that particular supplier is not the best, you see, there are some doubts. There are some suppliers you might have some doubts. Okay, when you see that, just look out for another suppliers with that same products. Okay, there are thousands of suppliers out there selling that same particular products. Okay, so always trust your gut when you go online. If you see any doubts, kindly just stop, move to the next supplier. So these are the 5 main things to consider before you place any order on any site. Okay, for more tips on importations, if you want to know the right way to import anything from China to any country, you can as well subscribe to my masterclass where I will teach you, I'll give you in-depth training about how to buy anything from any site and ship to your country. I will give you agents that you work with, agents that will ship your goods successfully without any packaging issues. I'll give them to you. Okay, so if you're interested in learning more about how to import anything, don't hesitate to pick up my number, DM me, let us start. The class is just 300 Ghana cedis. Okay, so just communicate, just pick up my number, communicate with me, okay, and let us start the class right away. With that, you'll be able to do it successfully on your own without the aid of any other person. Thank you very much.